Hey folks, welcome back to Bullets and Brass. We are doing ammo. I was looking through my records. I haven't done a general ammo video in a little while. We're due. Especially because I've been telling you for a couple videos that, hey, now's the time to buy. So maybe I should actually show you why. And we're gonna start with the one that's the most common and obvious and like universal. And that's 9mm. In November, 9mm, how I look up pricing and how I report it, right? 42 cents was like the baseline cheap 9mm. Well, now you can get Toa 29 or 30 cents from decent places. Norma at 31 cents, so now you're brass cased. Winchester brand steel cased, so Winchester USA forged. So that's high quality steel cased ammo, domestic production. 29.5 cents. And then the Winchester white box brass cased for 32 cents. Now there's all sorts of other options. I'm just giving you, these are baseline reference points. Depending on what vendor you go to, it may be a penny cheaper, a penny more, whatever. It's a trend. It's a market index. So clearly, I mean, we're down 25%, right? That is not insignificant. I don't see it going much lower at this point. It seems to have mostly stabilized. Supply is good, relatively speaking. Like if you want general purpose 9mm to go to the range with, buy as much as you want. It's readily available, right? If you want self-defense 9mm, there are multiple options on the shelf, ready to go. Can you get the exact one you want every time? No. But there's going to be something close. There's 3 or 4 options from Hornady. There's 3 or 4 options from Barnes. There's, so on and so forth. There's stuff there. Now, backing all the way up, 22s. Have a little of my chocolate milk here. Yes, we're not drinking beer. It is almost 11 o'clock. In the morning, not at night. Light out the windows. So, mini mags. I have not personally seen mini mags in stock in several years. However, online, I haven't seen them in store. Online, they are going between 12 and 17 cents a round. Aguila Super Extra, one of the most common standard kinds of 22. It's roughly equivalent to like CCI standard. 10 to 25 cents. Not cheap compared to the mini mags. I'm guessing that's a shipping issue. Aguila is not made in the US. It is a Mexican company. And I'm betting that their shipping costs have gone up. And then specifically from the cheapest dealer I like, meaning one of my normals, I'm not going to say which, but a major vendor. CCI standard at little over 9 cents. It was like 9.2 or something. So the 22 market is still high. It has not come down. In store, I am seeing a lot of general purpose, 40 grain, round nose. Not a big selection. There'll be a lot of it, but not a big selection. If you want something other than, standard generic stuff, not great. However, we are seeing like 17 HMR, things like that come in stock now. So, and I'm gonna probably edit this in earlier. Please like, subscribe, put a comment in. What are you seeing for ammo? What is your situation in your local store? It is not the same everywhere. And what I see online and what I see in my local stores, that's a little microcosm of the market. So your input helps. It helps me, it helps other people. Put it in the comments. I appreciate it. Take care, guys. Going back into pistol stuff, 38 Special. The cheapest I saw was 35 cents. Now, that was standard lead round nose stuff. Interestingly, there was a big spread. By the time I got to Toa, I was actually looking at Lucky Gunner. So major name, selling Toa 1K cases for 42 cents. Yeah. So Target Sports USA had more TOA. What was it? 56 cents. But they had it, you could get a 50 round box or you could get the 1,000 round case. Everybody else, it was the lower price was always you had to buy 1,000. So yeah, 38's out there. It seemed tough to buy small quantities. If you wanted 50 rounds, the price was much higher and the availability was much slimmer. And honestly, it was a whole lot of 158 grain lead. I wasn't seeing defensive ammo. I wasn't seeing, jacketed. It just wasn't there. Kind of moving along a little faster now. 36 cents for PMC, 39 cents for Blazer and Browning. But there was a fair bit of it. The price seemed pretty stable. There was a lot of companies and a lot of options in that price range, but it seemed to only be a few actual companies. It'd be a lot of PMC, a lot of Browning. There'd be a couple different weights, a couple different setups, but it was all the same stuff. 45, as always, it jumps. TOA from a random vendor. It's somebody I see on the list all the time. They get good reports, right? I personally never use them, but they get good reviews. 42 cents. Wolf from Sportsman's Guide, 52 cents. Okay. I don't know. It's weird. Let's just say that by the time you got to brass cased, you were up there. Not cheap. And sparse enough and spread out enough that I wasn't going to bother. Basically, you pay what you got to pay. Which is the case for rifle ammo. 223, 308, plenty out there. Prices have come down. 308, cheap brass case, 70 to 80 cents. Mostly at the upper end of that, 75, 76 through mid 80s gets you cheap brass cased. And then if you want major brand brass cased, Winchester, Hornady, that kind of thing, 83 plus, you're going to spend a little more. But you can get hunting ammo at a little over $1 a round, which is not much more than it used to be. And the higher end hunting ammo is very often the same price it used to be. And it's available. It's not like it was where you couldn't get it. I do think that by the time we hit next hunting season, that may not be the case. But 6.5 Creedmoor has come down a little bit for basic cheap stuff, not reloaded. I avoid anything that's remanufactured or house brand stuff. $1.30 to $1.75 for cheap stuff. Then $1.90 to $2 for basic hunting ammo. Now, oddly enough, that includes some Barnes stuff, but a lot of it was Hornady Whitetail, the Norma soft points, and some of the Norma soft points were even cheaper. They were in the cheap ammo section. Still high, still way more than 308, but we're no longer $250. It's not $250, $3 a round for that. Now, certainly some of the match grade stuff is, if you can find it. Tough to find. Now, no pricing. We're not going to get into that for these because it's so scarce. 30-06, still hard to get. Any of the more obscure calibers, hard to get. 30-30 comes and goes very quickly. 270 seems to be a little more available. I think that it's down to how many people use it and how much they use. Nobody is plinking with 270. 30-06 people still use for target work. Still a thing. Absolutely still a thing. 270, not so much. 22-250, have not seen it. A lot of the lever action rounds, have not seen them. 35 Remingtons, things like that. Just not seeing it. 300 Blackout, scarce. Now, I wouldn't say haven't seen it, but not a lot of options, and the price is high. 6.5 Grendel, price isn't crazy, but it's not available. You go to the store and they're We got one box in the other day, but it was 35 cents, $35 for a 20 pack of hunting ammo. Okay. Or it was $30 for like the Hornady Black. Okay. That's not horrible. That's not significantly more for the 6.5 Grendel as it was for like 223 for that ammo. But you can get the 223, you can't get the 6.5 Grendel. So yeah, availability is still really all over the place. But what's available, the price has come down. And this is true of the guns, the accessories, the ammo, like all of the stuff, everything. But it hasn't kept coming down. If I had done this video last month, the prices would be the same. We're not seeing a continued dip. And we're also not seeing a significant change in what's available. I think that if you are waiting for your particular pet item to be available, you may be disappointed. If you can find it at a price you can afford, I'm saying buy. I could be wrong. I'm saying buy. I've been doing it. You guys know I don't currently own a 6.5 Grendel upper. I don't even have any magazines right now. They're on my shopping list. I've been buying ammo. When it comes in, I grab a box or two. I leave some for everybody else, but I grab a box or two. 9mm. I have been buying 9mm, 100 rounds at a time. Here or there, building up beyond where I was. I'm not buying 500 round packs. I actually prefer the 100 round Herders and Winchester boxes. They're just easier at the range. But buying them. I've got more 9mm than I had before the panic started. It's a thing. So I think now's the time. I think if you wait, you may be unhappy. Nobody has ever complained about having too much ammo unless they were trying to move it all. So take care, have fun, stay safe. I gotta get this edited, get my laundry done, get my car registration updated. I got a lot of stuff to do today, guys.